Do not let yourself be silenced. If you have things to say them, whether it be to the person that you are thinking about or to the world and posting on social media. If you have things to say, you have a voice for a reason and you should be using it. That message is coming from the fact that I didn't turn on my mic and I recorded half of the half of the reading, so I'm starting over. But before getting started, just to let you know, this is a collective poll, so if it doesn't resonate, you don't have to listen to this. If you would like a personal reading, please schedule that in with me. All that information's in my profile. And if this does resonate, please like, share, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, we have the Emperor card falling out. Sense of stubbornness. Stubbornness about the way that you communicate. If we're going off the message that I had before getting started, do not be stubborn about who you talk to and how much you say, because again, if you have things to say, there's a reason why. And you should be using your voice. If you are stubborn about lack of confidence, about being shy, you are putting yourself into that category and you are only reinforcing the neuroplasticity in your brain that you are too shy, that you are too unconfident, that you aren't charismatic enough, that you're not funny enough to be in the spotlight and say the things that you want to say, but that is not true because our realities are based on our perspective. And as Alan Watts says, you do not have to be the same person that you were 5 minutes ago. You can and you should become more confident. You can and you should become less shy if you are called to do that. If you think it's adorable, I think it's adorable too. It's okay. But if you are ready for change, change starts from you. Stop reinforcing the same neural pathways by telling yourself these things that aren't true, because the only person that can define you is yourself. Not your past, not your future, because you can't change your past and you can't predict your future, but the present moment and your energy right here, right now. If you are ready to say things, if you are ready to be in the spotlight, if you are ready to be funnier and smarter and more creative, it starts right now. If you want to have a voice, learn to use it. Confidence comes from actually doing things despite of fear and then letting things fall off if they don't go the way that you want them to, but it takes practice. If you want to be more funny, watch comedians and learn it. Learn to be witty. Learn to actually speak to people. If you want to be smarter, start reading books. Start going back to school. There's so many things that you can do right here, right now, and you are not defined by your thoughts. Death card in reverse. You are not defined by your thoughts, because those are merely thoughts. You are only defined by the thoughts that you actually give power to. So stop listening to the negativity and start taking power back to yourself. Death card in reverse, fear of change. Fear of changing, fear of becoming a different person. If you want change, you are tired of this complacency that you are living in, only you can create that change for yourself. Change is a prominent thing in 2026 that is going to come up for you. And if you haven't watched my 2026 video, it is listed right here. But it starts from you. If you are tired of living the same life over and over again, you are the only person who can change that. But if you're constantly living in this fear and this stubbornness of being too scared to change, then nothing is ever going to change for you. And yes, I understand that change is difficult because of the way that our brains work. We want to be in familiarity because that is where we feel safe, even if we aren't actually as safe as we think we are. But you don't have to live like that if you are ready to make a difference in your life. But you have to be the one to open those gates and finally step out into the threshold. Knight of Swords in reverse is also falling out. Again, lack of communication, lack of having the confidence to say the things that you want to say. Also, lack of certainty that things are going to work out for you. You're scared of that. You're scared of not knowing what the future is holding for you. But as I said, you can't predict the future. Yes, you can schedule a private reading with me and we can look into what steps you can take to create the future that you want. But you can never actually be certain of how things are going to work out because of the power of free will. And that is a good thing, because that means that the only time that you can change is the present moment based on your energy. So if you are constantly stubborn and telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy enough, that you're not smart enough, that is the way that you're going to live in the present and in the future. But if you are tired of that, if you are tired of that in the present moment, you have to be more willing to take risks to make a difference, even if you are not certain about what the outcome will be. The outcome does not matter if you are enjoying the journey. And if you are not enjoying the journey, then it's time for change. You need to learn to be more assertive. You need to stand up for yourself and you need to set better boundaries, especially with yourself. Stop letting yourself be your biggest enemy and your biggest bully. Hanged Man is falling out. Stop going with the flow of life and start taking control of your reality. Change starts from you. Nobody is going to swoop in and save you on a white horse, a knight on a white horse. Actually, a Knight of Swords in reverse. No, no knight on a white horse is coming to save you. You are the only person who can change your reality, because even if somebody comes to save you, you're not going to be open to it because you're not looking for it. Our brains are never going to show us anything that we do not believe in. If you do not believe in miracles, if you do not believe in you being worthy enough and you being smart enough and you being kind enough, it is never going to happen for you. Change the way that you view yourself and stop being so stubborn about being controlled by the past and being controlled by the future when the only time that matters is now. And we can get into time not being linear. That's a whole different story. But the only thing that you can change is your energy and your thought process right now. At the very least, what thoughts you give power to. Do the affirmations. Stop telling yourself that you're not ready, because you are. You are ready to be worthy. You are ready to be a miracle and have miracles follow you. You are ready for change and you are ready for greatness. Stop keeping yourself in the past. Stop being so afraid of the future that you can't control anyway, and start being happy right now. But that starts from you, and that starts from you creating changes.